and welcome to the Artlife YouTube channel. My name's Mrs. B and I'm a qualified art teacher from Melbourne in Victoria. Now this is brought to you from Flinders Christian Community College, of which I'm normally their art teacher. But because I can't go into school at the moment due to this global pandemic, here I am in my backyard and I'm going to create a few fun, exciting art activities that you can do while you're at home too. Stay tuned, because for today's Artlife art lesson, I'm going to be teaching you how to create a blended sunset background just like this and a silhouette over the top. I'll show you everything that you need, including everything you need to collect in order to create this. So let's get started. For today's Artlife art lesson, we're going to be doing some painting. So what you'll need is some paper, 2 paintbrushes, one big and one small, as well as some paint. Now you could use watercolours for this, but I'm going to be demonstrating using acrylic paint, just like this. You'll need 2 colours that are fairly similar to one another. Today I'm going to use red and yellow, and you'll also need a little bit of white and even some black. Okay, we're going to start by creating the background, and that is the sunset part of this artwork. Now what I need first is the larger brush. I'm going to start with some colours. Now you can choose to use any colours you like. It can be blue or purple. Today I'm going to use yellow and red because I guess that's what I normally think of when it comes to a sunset. I'm going to make a bit of orange using the yellow and red. There. Okay, so the idea now is to create a background going from red, blending into orange, blending into yellow. And the way we do that is I'm going to start with my red. Here we go. I'm painting side to side, left to right. All right, if we sort of paint like this, it's not going to look very neat or realistic. So really focus on painting left to right, side to side, getting right to the corners and filling in all these white gaps. Okay, there's my red aspect there. I'm going to wash my brush and now I'm going to move on to the orange. So again, the side to side motion. Okay, so the idea with blending your acrylic paints, but it also works with watercolour, is that both colours need to be wet in order to blend properly. So if your red has now dried, you probably need to give it an extra layer there. And now I'm going to bring this orange up and I'm going to paint over the top of my red. I'm bringing the red down while bringing the orange up. And notice I'm working with it side to side. And I'm getting a nice gradual blending motion there. Can you see that? And I'm going to do the exact same thing now when blending from orange to yellow. So I need to clean my brush quite well. I'm going to start painting my yellow, nice bright yellow sunset. I'm going to go right down to the bottom. If you feel like you're really good at this, you could actually blend in more colors as you go down. I'm just doing a simple version, but if you want to add in more color, you just repeat this process. Okay, so I filled my whole area with yellow, and so remember I need to make sure the orange section is wet. Will not blend if it is not wet. Okay, so now I'm bringing my yellow up and dragging the orange down. Working with it while it's wet. It means you probably do need to work quite quickly. If you're working slowly, the paint will dry and you won't get the desired effect. There we go. All right. We have our background. Oops. Now you need to allow that to dry If you are a bit impatient, you could use a hairdryer to dry it off. We're going to do something over the top once it's dry. While this is drying, we're going to have a little chat about what a silhouette is, because that's actually what we're going to do on top of our colourful background here. Now, by definition, a silhouette is a dark outline of something with a bright background. So we've done the bright background. Now we need to consider what to put on top. Now you could do anything from animals to the outline of a person, but today I'm just going to do a tree and maybe some hills around it. So to give me a bit of an idea as to where my silhouette's going to go, I'm just going to draw a basic idea of where I want everything to go. My paint's still a little bit wet. All right, I'm going to do a tree sort of in the middle here. You might draw with more detail, but for today, I'm just going to get straight on with painting. So you need some black paint, and you're literally just going to paint directly on to the bright background here. I'm using a small brush today, and I suggest you do the same because it helps you when creating detail. I'm just filling in the whole section here, because when something is backlit, that is, the light is behind it, that's when a silhouette is created and everything is dark and goes black. So I'm going to do the rest of my ground here. Wobbly line to make it sort of realistic. Wobble, wobble. All right. Now to save time, what I might do is actually use my thicker brush here to fill in the bigger sections, otherwise it would take too long. Here are some just hills. There. This is why it's very important that the background is dry, because if it's not fully dry, you're going to get sections like that where the background wants to come through, and we don't want that. Okay, back to using my small brush, because now I'm going to do a tree. Now, remember, trees don't actually look like a sheep with two legs like that, so I'm actually going to be a little bit more random. I'm going to start with the trunk. It's a bit scary, but just try your best. And now I'm just going to be really random with some of these branches that are coming off. Some more branches. The idea is to be really organic with it, so try not to overthink it. Just be nice and wobbly. I might go one more. There. All right, then I need some smaller brushes. Sorry, branches coming off. You're just giving an idea of a tree. It doesn't have to be perfect. Little branches here. Okay. All right, and to do the leaves, I'm actually just going to do a whole bunch of spots. It's fun. These spots give the idea of a tree full of leaves. Don't overdo it. You still want to see some of the sunset background. If you do too many leaves on the tree, it just ends up a big black mess. There. Now I feel like doing a bit of texture for the grass, so I'm just going to bring up some of my paint here in a sweeping sort of motion to make it look like blades of grass are on the ground here. You can see my yellow wasn't quite dry. You can keep going. I'll do some reeds up like that. obviously you can paint whatever you want on top. I encourage you to maybe add in a little animal. You could also use your white paint to do a few clouds in the sky prior if you wanted to do that as well. There you have it. So it's as easy as that. Well done, and I hope you enjoyed today's instructional video. Please don't forget to like the page and also comment with anything you'd like to see in the future. I'd also love for you to share some photos of the artwork that you've done today, and don't forget to stay tuned to the Artlife YouTube channel for future instructional videos from me. Stay safe.